Hi everyone, it's ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And it's Firefly season part 3 today. We're going to be reading an article, not a dialogue, that's all done, about fireflies. So have you enjoyed our little look at fireflies so far this spring?
Yeah, I think it's really wonderful that Nathan's having a first firefly viewing.
It's true. We've learned that fireflies, or lightning bugs, as they're called in other parts of the world, are basically the same insect, and they're kind of one of those signs of the spring and the summer is coming along. So I think that's part of the reason people like them, but of course their little flashing lights that they have on their tails is the other big reason people love to see fireflies.
Yeah, and the other thing that we learned that was really cool is that the lights are not flashing just for talking or just for fun. They actually are male fireflies talking to female fireflies trying to mate.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think? Are you going to go up to the mountains and check out some fireflies this season?
Maybe. Well, I already went last year, so how about
That's
you?
right. I don't know. I like the fireflies, but being in the woods at night
Yeah, it's
and
kind of far, actually.
some of the other bugs that might be out there too. I like the fireflies, but I don't like their neighbors, the mosquitoes.
Oh, there are a lot of those.
There might be some of those too. But I suppose I would. I would like to go and see fireflies. Actually, I did see them here once in Taiwan.
Camping?
No, we just went up into the mountains right near Taipei. Some friends knew where to go, so we went up there. And it was actually really cool because it was really dark. There was almost no light. I think I had a little phone camera light, you know, but the fireflies were really useful because they would be in the bushes and trees next to the path.
Nice.
So you kind of walked through a tunnel of fireflies and
beautiful.
they kind of kept you safe. You don't walk off the path because you just stay between the fireflies. So it was kind of an interesting thing, but when you're out there at night and there's little lights, your eyes start to kind of play tricks on you. So definitely be careful if you do go out during firefly season, but I would encourage you to get out to the mountains and see what you can see. Let's check out our article.
About 2,000 different kinds of fireflies exist in the world. These tiny insects love warm, humid areas, so they're everywhere except Antarctica. People enjoy watching lightning bugs light up the night. Many of them go to forests and areas near lakes and rivers. Some people even camp out to see them.
All right, so yes, it's firefly season.
Part 3.
It says there is our title. I like the exclamation point. It's firefly season. It's firefly season. We're really excited about this. And you know why we're excited? Because there are a lot of different kinds of fireflies out there. This first sentence kind of blows my mind. I had no idea.
Me neither. It says about 2,000 different kinds of fireflies exist in the world. 2,000?
Different kinds of fireflies.
That's a lot. I didn't even know that was possible.
I would have guessed like 4. 2,000 different. We know, of course, there are many types of insects, many types of beetles,
oh my gosh,
flies and stuff. 2,000 kinds of fireflies exist. If something exists, it is.
It is
there. Alive.
It's alive.
It is a real thing, probably a living thing, right? We kind of separate this between things that we might imagine or that used to be alive, like dinosaurs used to exist. But of course, they're long gone. Dragons and unicorns, well, they've never existed in the real world. They do exist in books or in the imaginations of people, but they aren't real. And of course, you exist now. You're alive, you're moving around, you are part of the world. So 2,000 different types of fireflies live or exist or can be found in all different parts of the world. Probably not Antarctica.
No,
right?
it's too
not the
cold.
South Pole, but probably every other continent, I would bet. Yeah.
Okay, so these tiny insects love warm, humid areas.
Okay.
So they're everywhere except Antarctica.
There you
exactly like what Mike says. So here, tiny is very, very small. So we have small and we have tiny. So when we're talking about how fireflies are tiny, it's that they're so small we almost can't see them. They're so tiny. And tiny things are very cute, but some things shouldn't be tiny. So tiny, small, medium, large. So we have a big difference. Okay. And then we have the word humid.
Yes, if something is humid, we're talking probably about the air, and the air has a lot of water in it. It feels wet. Now, it might not be raining, of course, but it just kind of feels wet on your skin. The summers in Taiwan are very humid. Not only will it be hot, but there'll be a lot of water kind of in the air. The air feels slightly thick. If you hang up your wet clothes when it's humid, it will
smells
take
bad.
a long time to dry. Now, somewhere like the desert will be very hot, but not humid. It's very dry air in the desert. But Taiwan or in a jungle or somewhere like that, it will be very, very humid. So warm with wet air around you. And since we have quite humid summers and springs and falls and winters, it's really humid in Taiwan. Most of the time it makes sense that we have lots of fireflies here.
When you look at the iPhone, if you swipe up, you can see the humidity.
Oh, that's
so
right.
Like
it's a
30%, 70%, yeah. So humidity is the noun, and you can always see how wet it is.
Right, and above sort of 60, 70%, you can definitely feel
you can smell
the
it.
humidity. That would be the noun, and you feel how humid the adjective it is. Now, it also tells us in the article, people enjoy watching lightning bugs light up the night. Yeah, they do. They'll go out on special trips to different viewings of fireflies. You never see anyone say, hey, come on, let's go out and look at the cockroaches in the forest. No, it's not something interesting. Hey, you want to join me? We're going to go have a mosquito viewing.
Oh, ew.
No.
That just sounds like you're going to be food for the mosquitoes.
I'll stay here. But of course, fireflies being very beautiful and unusual, they will bring people out to check them light up the night.
Yes, many of them, those are the people, go to forests and areas near lakes and rivers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes sense because they love to be by the rivers. Some people even camp out to see them.
Okay.
So camping is when you go to nature and you have a tent and you sleep outside at night and you watch the stars.
Probably in one of those forest recreation areas.
Exactly.
Like Nathan and Eileen were in yesterday.
Yeah,
so,
because you can't go camping everywhere. It has to be special areas in Taiwan that you're allowed to be camping in.
True, and if you want the full firefly experience, why not go camping? You can look at those little lights all night long. Let's take a break, and then we'll be back to find out when you should go out to see these fireflies.
In Taiwan, the peak firefly season runs from April to May. Many farms and forest recreation areas offer firefly viewing trips. The guides share their knowledge and their secret spots for viewing fireflies. It's a really enlightening experience.
All right, so we know we can go out and see fireflies. We know you can even go camping all night long and watch them until you fall asleep. How wonderful would that be? But when? When can we do this? I want to see fireflies, and I don't want to waste my time.
It'll be springtime.
Okay.
So that will be probably like, I think late March. And then maybe April and May.
Okay, because springtime is like 3 months there.
Exactly.
So exactly when? Well, luckily the article tells us exactly when. In Taiwan, the peak firefly season runs from April to May.
Well, that's the main time.
An interesting sentence because, it tells us that the firefly season actually goes on a little bit longer than this. But there, notice they pointed out that the peak firefly season, when we talk about the peak of something, well, a peak, to use it as a noun, is the top of a mountain. So if you imagine you're looking at a graph or one of those things from math where you have a line that goes up, the peak would be at the top of that line. This is the time when the most fireflies are out at the same time, your best time, in other words. Because you could go a little earlier, a little later. You might have to hunt the fireflies or go to different places, but if you go between April and May, that's your best chance. That's when most of the fireflies will be out there doing their thing, looking for dates.
Many farms and forest recreation areas offer firefly viewing trips.
Farms.
Oh, Oh,
that's a good
so
place
now
to go too.
we can know why they're special areas because these are areas where people offer events such as farms or campsites, and they have people who will take you around on a tour.
Cool.
So you can see a firefly tour and you can go camping. And to offer these tours means someone has a service to give you or to give the people who want to visit. So this is a term to offer, to provide, to give this kind of firefly tour.
Okay, they're making it available. If you want it, they have it. You don't have to take it, but if you want it, they are happy to give it to you, probably for some money. Right?
Yep.
It's kind of like companies offer you things to buy
That's right.
if you want them. And what will you be able to do if you go to one of these places where they offer special trips to see the fireflies? It says the guides share their knowledge and their secret spots for viewing fireflies. That's right, only the coolest firefly viewers will get to go to these secret spots. And of course, the guides, these are the experts who work there, who will sort of lead you on a tour through the firefly areas. They'll also give you lots of useful information, probably more useful information than we have given you. Since they're experts and we're not.
Yeah, it's a really enlightening experience. So here we have this word enlightening, and that just means it's really bright, really shiny. It makes everything great for you. You learn a lot of new things and your thoughts are enlightened. You know, you can never have imagined it.
They're making a joke there because, of course, light is something that comes from these lightning bugs, but if something is enlightening, it's educational. You will learn from it. So you see there's kind of a two-word meaning there.
They made another one before, too.
It's a little joke. Yeah, exactly. But yes, no, it would be enlightening. Of course, you'd get the lights from the fireflies, but more importantly, you would be enlightened, you would be educated, you would learn lots of cool stuff about fireflies. Well, I think we've done okay. Now, we're not guides, we're not experts who are going to show you around and say, all right, follow me, and now I want to tell you about this. I know lots of stuff. We're not guides, but the guides on these trips will do a good job, and I think we've done a pretty good job of enlightening people about fireflies. What do you think?
Yeah, I hope you are interested and you want to go see them because we spent 3 days of articles talking about them, and I think there's something that's really worth the experience.
Absolutely. So I think I'll go on one of these trips maybe when it's not so humid.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
that'll be a little more comfortable. But maybe we'll see you guys up there wandering around in the forest at night looking for fireflies.
Say hi to us.
We don't bump into each other, but we all do get enlightened and learn to appreciate these wonderful little insects that are with us for really only a short part of the year. So it's definitely something to go see. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll have more great articles for you coming up very soon. Until then, be good to yourselves and each other, and bye-bye.
Bye.
About 2,000 different kinds of fireflies exist in the world. These tiny insects love warm, humid areas, so they're everywhere except Antarctica. People enjoy watching lightning bugs light up the night. Many of them go to forests and areas near lakes and rivers. Some people even camp out to see them. In Taiwan, the peak firefly season runs from April to May. Many farms and forest recreation areas offer firefly viewing trips. The guides share their knowledge and their secret spots for viewing fireflies. It's a really enlightening experience.
Hi， 大家好，我是 Stephanie。那我们今天一起从单字开始来看。第一个单字呢是 exist， 动词存在。Tom doesn't think ghosts exist. Tom 不认为鬼存在。第二个单字呢是形容词 tiny， 极小的。Carol wears a tiny diamond ring on her right hand. Carol 右手戴着一只小钻戒。第三个单字呢是形容词 humid， 潮湿的。The city is pretty humid in the rainy season. 这个城市在雨季会很潮湿。第四个单字呢是 offer， 动词，提供、供应。The waitress offered Yuki a napkin. 女服务生递给 Yuki 一张餐巾纸。 那我们今天第一个文法重点是 camp out 露营 ，camp 是动词扎营露营，它的意思可以是在野外或者是大自然里面露营，或者是暂时扎营休息。像现在很多爬山的人呢，都会爬到一个定点，搭起帐篷，吃一下东西，睡个午觉就拆帐下山了。但如果是 camp out， 指的就是搭帐篷露宿，会隔夜的那种，但不限定是在大自然里面。比如说 ，Some fans camped out to buy the players' signature shoes。一些粉丝在外扎营，为了买到这个球员的联名鞋。这里小小补充 ，signature 作为名词有签名的意思。那我们就想，每个人的字迹和签名方式都各具特色，所以句子里面有一个单字 signature shoes， 其中 signature 在这里呢，词性就变成形容词，意思是特色的。也因为它是特定一位球员的专属鞋款，所以中文叫做联名鞋。那第二个文法呢是 run from A to B， 从 A 到 B。这个片语的意思可不是指空间上的移动哦，而是时间的范围，也就是某件事或者是某个活动的时间是从某时到某刻。The protest runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 抗议活动从上午10点持续到下午5点。其中的 protest 是名词抗议的意思。好，那我们的讲解就到这里 ，See you。
Hello, I'm Matt.
And I'm Sam.
Today we're playing Word Drop. We each have 3 cards with vocabulary words on them, which we haven't looked at yet, and we need to fit these words into a conversation as smoothly as we can.
Smoothly, yes.
Would you like to start?
Oh, I will try. I'll do my best. Ready?
Let's go.
Okay, so this one time I was talking to my friend about my favorite dinosaur, which was a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I was really excited about it. And I mean, we were kind of little at this time, and so I was talking to her about it, and she just randomly turned to me and she goes, "What are you talking about? Dinosaurs don't exist."
Wow. Well.
I know. Good luck with that.
Yeah. I mean, I believe dinosaurs existed a long time ago, and they were really, strong animals. So sometimes when I'm training at the gym, I try to imagine myself as a dinosaur, so that I can, work out extra hard, just to get into my peak physical condition.
That would make sense. And you definitely would need to be strong and in peak physical condition if you lived back when the dinosaurs were around, because you don't want to kind of be in that situation and be kind of weak, because you could get eaten pretty quick, especially because at that time you probably don't have any house or place you can live. So most of the time you're going to be just camping out.
Oh yeah, camping out. I wouldn't like that because I really don't like camping at all, in fact. I mean, you're sleeping on the ground. I have a bed at home. Why would I go sleep on the ground somewhere? In addition to that, sometimes it's cold, and other times it can be really hot and humid.
Oh yeah, hot and humid, that is never a fun way to camp out, especially if you had to camp out for some food, like in a long line, something like that. That would be terrible. But a lot of times if you are waiting in those kind of long lines, people will come over because they see you waiting and they feel bad for you and it might be too hot. And so sometimes they will offer you free bottles of water or a little fan.
Oh, okay. A little fan, that's nice. Sometimes it's useful to have one of those electronic fans, especially in the summer here. I actually bought one online the other day, and it was very effective because it fits in your pocket because it's tiny.
Oh, tiny and portable.
Yes.
See you next time.